Hi, it's Heather with Prescriptive Living. This is where our savvy singles come every week to get tips to fail-proof life and love. And we've been speaking a lot about the elements that make up a balanced life, living a fulfilled life, being able to live more peaceful, with less fear, with less disease, really just being able to enjoy and make the most of our moments. And a lot of foundational teachings that we have in place are really encouraging people to move in the movement of love, which is towards instead of fear, which is away, or anger, which is against. But as we talk about it, a lot of times people miss how they apply this inside their own life and don't have the practical steps on what to do to start moving more in love. And so we are going to talk about that a little bit today, and we're going to be building on it. So be sure to stick through to the end as we talk about some of the things we're getting ready to launch that are going to be really exciting, and I hope it's beneficial. So one of the most important things that everyone in evaluation of where they're at in operating towards the things that they want in life and towards themselves and towards others in a good way is to really reflect on the words that they're using in their reactionary states. So it could be when you're a little frustrated, when you're a little bit upset, when you are triggered in some capacity. When you are in that capacity, are you saying things like, this doesn't work, this is being taken away from me, I need to tell them that this is not what I want? Like, these are common things that out of the heart the mouth speaks, that are movements away from and against what often people really do want, but they're in a more wounded state because they've been hurt in life and they're scared and vulnerable, and for some reason. And there's nothing wrong with being in those states. Those are very natural states. But what happens is a lot of people camp in those states and don't get to a place where they put those patterns off and put on new patterns towards what they want, towards what they actually are looking for, towards what they desire, towards themselves in a healthy way, towards others in a healthy way, towards their dreams in a healthy way. And so the first thing I would like to talk about is becoming really aware when you are in a reactionary state of the language that you use. Out of your heart, your mouth speaks. Are you speaking against, away, or towards? Because whatever is predominantly coming out of your mouth is a condition of your heart condition. And the thing I want to say is that hurt people hurt other people until they get healed, and then the cycle can stop. And it's really important that if anyone wants to live in their purpose, live in their fulfillment, to make the world a better place, that if they are operating in more of the movement of fear and anger, the away from and the against, that they allow themselves time and space to heal and nurture the hurts that they have within, so that they can no longer be the hurt person who's hurting other people. Most people think that they are really aware. About 90%. There's a book on it called Insight. It's been studied at length. Most people think that they have strong awareness. But in the research, it was really showing that on a regular basis, most people are lying to themselves about how aware they really are. Only about 10 to 15% of the people are aware most of the time of their real state in a lot of layers. And those things usually come with a lot of focus, practice, and development. And so I want to encourage people, to living their best life, to stop and recognize how they're speaking, because it's a condition. It's an exposure of where they're at. And I do want to say that when you're living in the fear and anxiety, the worry, the anxiousness, the diseased state. And when I say diseased state, I mean diseased state. It is the opposite of ease. It is the opposite of peace. It is the opposite of living in your fulfillment and potential. And so when people continue to live in that, it's not uncommon that they are not enjoying their journey, that there are illnesses in their body, in their heart, in their mind, and in their life. And this can all change with a decision that starts with becoming aware. And certainly there are many places where people can learn to get the healing and restoration. Part of what we do at Prescriptive Living is try and make it easier for people to get access to learning to love themselves, love others, and love their life through our video courses, through our trainings, through what we're launching this week, which is going to be our weekly community group where we come together and bring community and healing and nurturing in areas of lives so that everyone knows on a consistent day and time. I haven't figured out what that is yet, but we're going to come together, and there's going to be an insider group where it's called the Love Movement, where we really support one another in overcoming areas and pains inside of their life that they're struggling with. And so I'm really excited to bring additional resources. We're going to continue to do our videos here every week. We'll continue to offer our courses and our programs, but we're adding on another layer of resource and support to help people live in a peaceful, ease, enjoyable state in their life and love. What we ask you to do is, if you are not in a place where you're living in the ease state, where you're living with more fear and worry, I want to encourage you. There's really, most of the things that people worry about, 92% of it is stuff that really is kind of wasted energy. And what I mean by that is it's things that, worrying about things that never happen, worry about things that they have no control over, worrying about things they cannot change, worrying about things that are minors, but they're majoring on them. And those are things that rob peace, that steal joy, and consume energy. And when the real stuff, the stuff that actually are the things that cause worry, because they're the real issues of life, a lot of times when those show up and all this time and energy has been spent on the stuff that doesn't matter, there's no energy left to handle and manage through those, and it causes more disease state inside of the person's life. So we want to help people put off the things that cause them the fear, anxiety, and worry, and put on the peace and ease and the movement of love and direction towards themselves, towards others, and towards their dreams. And so that is what we're going to be helping people build on step by step. And that is really all we're here to talk about today. So cheers to living and loving well. And be sure to connect. There will be information in the descriptions below about if you want to be connected socially, because that is where we'll start doing the Facebook Lives every week and where you'll get the invitation to the Love Movement group. I will put that link in here below as well. There are rules of engagement inside of that community because it is going to be a safe haven for people to go on this journey to start nurturing their own healing. It is a brave and courageous move to take time to reflect and heal in your heart, your mind, and your will. And all of those are unique beasts in and of themselves. And we really will be walking hand in hand and in community with you on this journey. You don't have to have insurance. You don't have to go to a doctor. You don't have to. I'm not saying you shouldn't if you need to, but I'm just saying there's no barriers to entry to being able to get support and community and connection and inspiration to move towards yourself and towards others and towards your dreams better. So cheers to living and loving well. Be sure to subscribe, share, like, connect, all of that if this is interesting to you, and we'll see you all next week. Bye.